Good evening, everybody. It's Charlie, and welcome back to the Chatting Leeds YouTube channel. Leeds United are top of the Sky Bet Championship after a very good 2-0 victory over Millwall this afternoon at Ellen Road. It's time for your review of the game. Just before we get into it in more detail, make sure that you are smashing that like button. It really does help get the video out there to more people. Subscribe to the channel if you are brand new and help me reach 3,000 subscribers as soon as possible. Hit the notification bell and, of course, get all your thoughts and opinions on today's victory in the comment section down below, and make sure that you are also checking out the sponsor of the channel, Mr. Josh Firth. The links to his Etsy store and Instagram page are in the description, as always, for all your football graphic design needs. But yeah, like I said, guys, Leeds United top of the EFL Championship for the first time this season, albeit only on goal difference. But, you know, when you have a look at what the state of the table was on New Year's Day, Leeds United in fourth, 17 points behind leaders Leicester. And now look at us. We're on the same points as them. We've got a goal more than them on goal difference, and we now sit top of the league. What a turn of events over the last few months. Leeds United now winning 12 out of 13 games this year. Obviously, the only disappointment was that draw with Huddersfield. But yeah, what an amazing job that Daniel Farke and his staff have done with this Leeds United team all season, but especially since the turn of the year. But yeah, into today's game, then obviously we saw an unchanged lineup from the victory over Sheffield Wednesday last Friday. Nonto retained his place like I kind of expected that he would, in all fairness. It would have been nice to have seen Dan James from the start, but maybe he was still getting himself to 100% match fitness, which is why, he only came on for the sort of last 20 minutes or so. But yeah, overall, I was happy with the lineup that Daniel Farke picked. And, getting into the game, yeah, I thought first half was good from Leeds. I thought we were clearly the better team and we deserved the lead at half time. There were elements to it which were a bit scrappy, like I expected it to be with Millwall. Millwall made it their life's mission in that first half to get every single one of their players booked. I don't usually like to come on here and moan about the ref or linesman and stuff like that, but it has to be said that, especially first half, that referee did not have a grip of that game whatsoever. He was letting things go that, were just stupid. The linesman that was in front of the away end, like in front of the south stand where I was, an absolute joker, did not have a Scooby-Doo what was going on. There was an instance where Bamford played the ball onto the Millwall defender and it went out for a Leeds throw, but instead he gave it to Millwall. There was one where Nonto got fouled right in front of him. The Millwall defender literally drags him down. He just plays on, and obviously they end up getting into a bit of a kerfuffle, and which resulted in both players getting booked. And, that's the only thing with Nonto for me, that he kind of lets his emotions get the better of him in certain scenarios, which is why just before he scored, I was actually thinking to myself, right, let's get Dan James on at half time, because Nonto has got, previous of getting a little bit too involved in games in the wrong way. But look, he did manage to shake that off and get on with it. And the goal that he scored, I mean, it was a beautiful hit. So right in front of me, you could see the bend on the ball. Hits it with his weaker foot, cuts inside off that right-hand side, and a beautiful finish into the bottom corner to make it 1-0, which sparked wild celebrations in the ground, because Millwall fans have been giving it the big un a little bit, all 20 of them. Well, it sounded like there were only 20 of them anyway. They're probably the worst set of fans, or definitely up there with the worst set of fans that we've seen this season. Obviously, but what I did like from them, to be fair, is that they didn't really take it too far today. There was no turkey chanting or anything like that, which was good, I guess. But there were a few idiots that we managed to spot in the away end, which was quite funny. But yeah, overall in that first half, guys, like I said, we were the better team. We were fully deserved of the lead at half time. I thought we defended very well, rode on an Ampadu, have just got such a very good understanding at the back. Both read the game so well. They don't panic. Their heads on the end of everything. Cool and composed on the ball. Can bring the ball out from the back. Good range of passing. It was good to see Glenn Kamara have a better game as well. I feel like in recent weeks he's been a little bit off of the boil. It still wasn't his best performance, but I did feel that he did get better. I thought Gruev was solid as well. Archie Gray didn't really put a foot wrong in the game either. In that first half, and I thought Pat Bamford occupied their defenders very well. So all in all, at half time, I was happy. But with the score at 1-0, it is still a little bit, squeaky bum time territory. I was wanting that second goal to go top of the league, of course, but if we'd have held out for a 1-0 win, it would have still been good to get the win, of course. But, I really wanted that second goal, not only to go top of the league, but to put the game to bed as well. But yeah, obviously, moving into the second half, I thought Millwall actually tried to play football a little bit more rather than kicking lumps out of our players in the first half. But they still weren't creating much, really. There were a few nervy moments in the second half where they did get into our box there. Their centre forward did look quite bright and quick, but I thought we managed to nullify him quite well. Their playmakers didn't really have much time to do any playmaking, really. I thought Leeds' press was very good. I thought we managed to contain them quite well. Farker makes the sub just before the 70th minute mark. Obviously, he brings Dan James onto the pitch for Willie Gnonto, which I thought was the right move. We didn't want Willie getting a second booking or anything like that, and he had done his job. Shortly afterwards, Dan James gets on the score sheet with one of the weirdest goals I think I've seen at Ellen Road this season, in a sense of, lovely build-up from Leeds United. It works its way down the left-hand side to Jorginho Rutter, drives into the box, lovely ball across the goal, and it's an open net, and Dan James just kind of puts his foot on the ball, kind of waits for all the Millwall players to get on the line, and still manages to put the ball in. I don't know if he was just trying to take the mick a little bit. I don't know if he was actually just trying to make sure he gets the shot off right, because it was quite a fast-paced ball into the box, but it literally, all it needed was a tap and it was in. But fair play to him. He got on the end of it and he scored yet again. It would be nice to see Dan James from the start in either the Watford or Hull game over Bank Holiday weekend, but we'll see what happens with that. We brought a few other subs on, likes of Jadon Anthony, Perot, Joseph, and Connor Roberts all came on. We saw a brief cameo of Archie Gray in midfield, and I thought it was okay. But look, guys, overall, Leeds United were very good today and very deserving of that 2-0 win. I did say in my preview that it would be a bit gritty, it might be a little bit tight, but that we would simply have too much for them, and we did. Another performer that really upped his game for me today was Crescencio Somerville. I thought it was a lot more involved, driving with the ball, some good one-touch, some good 1-2s, with the likes of Firth and Kamara and Rutter. And like I've already said, I thought Pat Bamford led the line very well today as well. So all in all, guys, a very, very successful day at Ellen Road. Like I said at the beginning, New Year's Day, Leeds United in 4th place, 17 points behind Leicester. And now we find ourselves top of the league on goal difference and level on points with Leicester. It's quite remarkable. Obviously, I know a lot of it is because Leicester have had a bit of a wobble as well. But, you cannot discredit what Daniel Farker and his staff are doing with this team at the minute. And look, being top of the league might be temporary. It might be. But, let's just enjoy it while we can. We go into the international break now, top of the league. And what a feeling it is, like I said, the start of the season we had, players wanting to go, players, being loaned out, the first 3 or 4 games of the season where it was looking quite bleak. And, Farker always said, let's look at the table in the last sort of 6 or 7 games. We're nearly at that point now, 8 games left, I believe now. And yeah, really is business end of the season territory now, guys. We just need to keep on doing what we're doing. Will we go the rest of the season without losing a game? I'm not too sure. There's potential of it. We have got a few games that are on paper are a little bit tricky, so I wouldn't hold my breath on that too much. There's probably still going to be plenty of twists and turns over the next 8 games. But what I can say for certain is that I am not panicking. And that I won't panic if anything bad happens. I'll try not to anyway. But look, enjoy the moment, guys. Enjoy today. Leeds United are top of the Championship. That feels so good to say. And yeah, hit me up in the comment section, guys. How are you all feeling after today's game? Are you as happy as I am? If you're as happy as I am that Leeds United are now top of the league, make sure you're smashing that like button. Really does help get the video out there to more people as well. And please subscribe if you're brand new, guys. It's completely free to subscribe and it really helps me out. Hit the notification bell so that you're always aware of when I'm uploading and going live. And yeah, I will be live on the channel tomorrow night at 8 o'clock for the last say, where I'll be getting all your guys' live thoughts on today's game. And make sure that you're checking out the sponsor of the channel, Mr. Josh Firth. His links are in the description down below as well. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday and your weekend, and I'll see you tomorrow night. Cheers.